Alright, we will go ahead and get things started, and I will show you guys how to factor by the M method. Now, what you're going to end up having here is a figure that looks like a capital M. You'll have your trinomial here, and you'll separate the terms off, and I'll go into depth with the process. But overall, you'll have this M shape, and by the end of it, you will have factored the trinomial. So, the example I will be giving today will be x squared plus 7x plus 12. Okay, so first step here, you separate the very first and the last terms. Okay, so we'll make these longer to try to imitate that M. Okay, so you'll have your x squared over here and your 12 over here. Alright, the next step to make the M is combining the first and the last terms through multiplication. So basically take 12 multiplied by x squared and you will get 12x squared. Okay, now this is the big part where probably most kids will get confused. What you got to do next is determine what terms will multiply to get this 12x squared and what terms will add to get the 7x. Multiply to get this, add to get the 7x. Okay, so we'll go ahead and think up of the factors of 12. They are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. Now all these multiplied together will get you 12 with your x squared, but we need to find the ones that add up to 7, or 7x. And that would obviously be the 3 and the 4. So I'm going to fill this in. X squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 12. Alright, so these added together gets your 7x, and these multiplied together gives you your 12x, which is found from multiplying your first and last terms in your trinomial. Okay, so now we have 4 terms here. We could go ahead and factor by grouping. And so we'll find the GCF of both of these terms here. First one would be the x, and what's left over would be the x plus 3. Okay, and then we'd have a positive 4. GCF is 4 out of this, and what's left over would be the x plus 3. Okay, so what's next? As you can see, we have a common factor here, x plus 3. We go ahead and write that down. Alright, and then what's left over is the x plus 4. And this right here, these two terms, is what this trinomial is factored. So if you want to go through and multiply this together using the FOIL method, you should go ahead and get your x squared plus 7x plus 12. That is basically how you factor by the M method, and I will go ahead and assign your homework so that you could try these out on your own.